Our young daughters more and more interested in science, technology, engineering, and math. They call it STEM. But it can be hard sometimes. Lee Middlecoff, the founder of Pixi Kits, is here to explain what he's trying to do. You have daughters, one or two?
I have a daughter and a son. They're twins.
So, oh, perfect. So then you know exactly what it's like. Sometimes getting those daughters interested in the STEM stuff can be difficult. What is Pixi Kits?
So Pixi Kits are robotic toys that the child puts together themselves. So the idea came about in our basement, playing on a Saturday morning, putting together an old school model with my son, and my daughter was just chomping at the bit, just dying to get involved.
She wanted to do it.
She wanted to do it, but she didn't want a fighter jet. And so I started to think about it and thought, this is a creative process that I'm sure a lot of little girls would enjoy. Right. And they're at that age where you want them to get a good education with whatever they're doing, and you want to have, when you have quality time with your kids, you want to do something that's going to be productive.
Educational. So this is it. This is Pixi Kit. Now, you would build this. It comes disassembled. Show us what this does once you actually put it together.
Sure. So this is Poppy the bunny, and this is the first in our line of toys, and this is a prototype. So this is the only one on the face of the planet right now.
All right, I'm going to back away for that sake then.
And when you pull on its tail, it hops around.
Cool. But the important part is that the girls get to build these.
That's right. So this is a toy that the child will actually build themselves, maybe with the help of the parent, depending on what their level of expertise is.
Does this come apart?
It does. Do you want me to show you?
Yeah, absolutely.
Sure. So sometimes the kids get actually a little startled when I take the head off. But, so you take the head off, and it has a nose that bobbles. It has ears that pop off, and then the legs also come off.
What do you hope, 5-year-old girls, 6-year-old girls learn by putting this thing together?
Well, I've had this in a few classrooms, and one of the girls was so cute, and she said, I love Pixi Kits because it makes me curious about how my toys work, and I want to go home and take my toys apart, which the parents are probably mortified by, but it was very exciting to hear that, and it brought a smile to my face because that's what you're trying to achieve. And you want them to understand how technology works, and that there are not only people that are making different types of technology every day, but that they are actually doing it themselves. They get the confidence to become a technologist as a 5 or 6-year-old. And you just want to spark that curiosity so that when they're 8, 9, 10 years old, they're still going to want to do this type of thing.
It looks complicated, but is it fairly easy for the kids to learn how to put this together?
Yeah, there are 20 pieces in total. And the hardest part is these levers and just figuring out where to put them.
Sure.
And that's something we're actually going to refine to make it easier for the child to figure out where they belong. And then they actually can attach the gearbox and motor to the battery pack as well. Wow. So they understand how the energy is transferred to this motor. The motor turns, turning the levers that make the bunny hop ultimately. So it's a great learning experience for young children.
Well, and I love it because it's kind of this fantasy world. It gets the young girls kind of sucked into it, and then they got to put it together, and they learn a lot through that process. You can't buy it now. I know you guys have a Kickstarter up, but you're hoping that at some point people can go to a toy store and buy these?
That's right. I'm actually, as soon as we're done with the show, I'm going to be shipping this prototype off to a toy company who saw the Kickstarter, was very intrigued with what they saw, thought it fit extremely well with their educational products, and they want to take a closer look. So we're very hopeful. And as we discussed earlier, I worked with an animator, famous animator named David Coleman, who's in LA, and he helped me to create this fantasy world.
I love it. I love every second of it, and I know my daughter would love it. And I hope that you guys get this on shelves soon.
Thank you.
There's a holiday coming up in about 7 or 8 months.
That's right.
You might want to work on that. I'm just saying. I'm going to post your website to my Facebook page, guys, facebook.com/KirkYoungke, so people can check out more information. Lee, thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.
Best of luck. Love the idea. Can't wait to see it. Great.
Yeah, that is awesome stuff. It's the same type of thing. Like I got really interested into engineering and science off of a model internal combustion engine. It's just like that. Everything works together, and you actually see how it works. So for scientific-minded girls, that is exactly the way you want to be pushing them. Right now outside, it is beautiful. We got a little bit of